Good morning, seventh grade. This week is the first week of May. It is May 4th on Monday, and this assignment is going to be due this Friday, and this Friday is May 8th. This is a new lesson, and these are your notes that I'm giving you to learn about perimeter and area. So, perimeter is the distance around the outside edge of a figure. What does that mean? That means if I start right here at that blue dot and I travel the entire way just around the outside edge of this figure, how far did I go? So to find the perimeter, we're going to start with this first example, which is a rectangle. We're going to just add up the distance of the sides. If you notice on a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, so this is 2 inches and this is 2 inches, and this is 6 inches and this is 6 inches. So to find this, I can either say 6 times 6 and 2 times 2, but that gets a little bit confusing when you get to other figures. So I just say to add up all the distance, all the different lengths of the sides. So I would say 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6. Now, when I'm adding these, I know 2 plus 6 is 8. Oh, here it is again. 2 plus 6 is 8. And 8 plus 8 is 16. And again, I said that I didn't have it written here, but this is inches. So it would be 16 inches to travel around the outside of that figure. Okay, so now the next example we have is a triangle, and again we add up the distance around the outside edge, so it would be 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. So the perimeter of this figure is 9 inches, and right now I'm just using the measurement of inches. Okay, so that would be perimeter, and once again, perimeter is the distance around the outside edge of a figure. It could also be the distance around the outside edge of your yard. So when you're fencing in your yard, you're fencing in your perimeter. Okay? Now, area. Area is the number of units to cover the surface of a flat figure. Well, what does that mean? Let me get out another marker. The area of a figure would be this inside space right here. That is the area, okay? And when we're finding the area, we get formulas, and the formulas would be, for a rectangle or a square, would be length times width. The length of this figure right here is 4. The width is also 4. This is a square, so all 4 sides are equal. And to find the area, I would say the length, which is 4, times the width, which is also 4, and I would get 4 times 4, which is 16. And with area, because we're talking about 2 different dimensions, we're talking about how long it is and how wide it is, we square it. So we would write this as units squared. Okay? The next figure we have as an example is a rectangle. Again, we're looking for this part right here. This is called the area. And we multiply again the length, which is 8, times the width, which is 2. And 8 times 2 is, again, 16. And it's units squared. And I did this on purpose just to show you 2 different figures, 2 different shapes, and you get the same area. They covers the same total amount of space with 2 very different shapes. Okay? Our third and final example for this lesson is to find the area of a triangle. The formula for a triangle is 1/2 the length times the width. Why is that? The reason that is, if we go like this, and I can show you on this rectangle, and I go like this and draw a line diagonally, you can see that that rectangle is made up of 1, 2 triangles. So a triangle is half of a four-sided figure. So that is why when you find the area, you say the length times the width, and then you cut it in half. Because if you look here, I can draw the other part in, and you can see it would be a square. But we're not looking for the area of the square. We're only looking for the area of that half, okay? So let's get rid of that and find the area of the triangle, which would be, the area is going to equal 1/2 of 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And to find the half, you divide by 2. So the area of this figure is 8 units squared. When you don't know what the measure is, if it doesn't say inches and feet or miles or whatever the unit of measure it is, you can just put a U for unit, and then that would be how you would determine what the area was or what the perimeter was. You would just call it, the unit of measure would be just units. Since we don't know whether it's inches, centimeters, miles, feet, you would just use the word unit. Okay, that's a quick overview of perimeter and area. Once again, perimeter is the distance around the outside edge of a figure, as we did here, and we went around the edge of the triangle. Whereas area is the number of units to cover the surface of a flat figure, which is what we were doing here, and where we multiplied the length times the width. This was a quick lesson, a review lesson of this. We did do this previously, and I hope it was helpful. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you in our class meet.